Hi guys, welcome back. I'm just having a little play with my little spinning tops here, and well, there you go. That's a clue. That's what I'm going to be turning today. A couple of little spinning tops, but I'm beading them top and bottom. So I'm going to show you how I bead them. Okay. And we're beading both sides on them. Okay. Not the easiest thing to put beads on but especially with slope surfaces, because you got to get it right. I mean, yeah, you can make them with a skew if you want, and do a good skew practice if you want. Me, I like to use a spindle gouge. So, let's go and make some. Yeah. It's just a bit of fun turning. It's Bank Holiday Monday. It's a little bit of fun. Nothing much else to do. I don't want to sit indoors watching telly. Because I've only got one episode left of Game of Thrones.
God, I know,
I've gone through all 8 seasons now. I've got the last one to watch. Not that I ain't watched it before, but quite a few times. But we've gone through the whole season. We've limited ourselves to 2 episodes a night, and we've gone through from season 1 2 episodes a night. We've watched right through each night. Yeah, and we are down to our last episode now, and that's what we're going to watch tonight. Yeah, that'll be the last one. So yeah, all good. Right, I'm going to turn some spinning tops. Okay, good practice if you're new to turning. And like I said, I know I've got a lot of new turners on my channel. I know, because they message me and comment. And this is fantastic practice, you know. Bowls. Everyone wants to turn a bowl. I don't know why everyone wants to turn a bowl. Go to the pound shop and buy one, really, if you want a bowl. But everyone likes turning bowls and bowls and bowls. Well, when you're new to turning, start small. Learn tool control. Most important thing. Right, let's do some turning.
Let's go.
Right, I'm going to rough this down. And to rough it down, I'm just going to use one of my small roughing gouges, okay? Now when you're roughing, nearly smooth, I can just touch my finger there, see? I know when it's smooth. Right, when you're roughing with a piece that's in your chuck, always be careful of this bit here, when it slopes up, because when you come on here, it's got a natural tendency, it wants to throw you back that way and you'll hit your chuck. Okay, it wants to throw you that way. So be careful when you come in on this end bit here. It's not like when you're roughing a normal blank and you can go off both ends, alright? So just always be aware, when you come on here, it will want to throw you that way if you're not careful. Right, okay. I'm just going to use one of my spindle gouges. This is one of my 3/4 inch spindle gouges I'm starting with. Okay. And again, be careful when you're coming in on a hill, it will want to throw you back that way. I always find best to slice in at the end here, look, come in with a slice. Right, let me get my point. I want a nice sharp point. Not happy with that bit there, so I'm going to make another cut. There we go. Right, a nice sharp point is what I want. And then my top, I'm going to be coming in here. So I'm going to make a few cuts. And just slicing in, look, moving like that. This way you don't want your tools on, I'm using a nice short handle here because I don't want the tool to touch my body. Right, I've got to leave a bit of meat here because I've got some stuff to do. Right, so I'm leaving that like that until I've done the front. I'm going to move it round until rest. And I'm going to put some beads on the front, and I'm going to use a spindle gouge for that. Now, if you want to use a skew chisel and do a few V cuts and then roll it over, you go ahead. Right, now, I'm using this one. Now, I've got, as you know, I have a variety of different ones. This is my normal spindle gouge I use. I love these ones. But it's a little bit more pointed than what I want. This is an Ashley Isles one, and it's a more of a U-shaped flute, and it gives me a rounder tip, which is what I prefer for doing what I'm going to be doing. Okay. The only trouble with these ones I find, it's not knocking the tools, because I'm not like it, I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't like them. But they have a very long and thin flute, so they can tend to vibrate a little bit. You can tend to get a bit of, sometimes they screech a little bit, you know, when you're working on the ends and stuff. It'd be lovely when it gets down to about there, okay, but I'm not going to grind all that flute off. Right, okay, so I'm going to roll some beads. They're nice and smooth. Now, if you need to go back on them, you can. I mean, you can come down this way and you can come back onto your bead. If it's not quite refined or deep enough, if you want to refine them a little bit, make them stand out a little bit more, come in, take a little cut here, a little cut there. But be careful, whenever you do your beads on this sort of thing, always go up, don't go downhill. When you're going downhill, it will always want to try and skip you back, okay? So anyway, that's nice, that's nice. And I mean, this, I haven't got to go back over it. If I had to, I would. What you want is, like, you don't want to be sanding it, so you want a nice clean finish, okay? So that's what we've got. Right, now we're going to take a bit more off of this back, because then in a minute we're going to beat the back of it as well. Right, so again, I'm just slicing in. Look, if you just come in here and slice, if I try and come in like this, chances are, look, it's going to want to, look, every time it wants to skip back, okay? So you tend to hold the tool tighter to stop it, so you'll come in and it wants to go, but you'll grip it and pull it in. If you slice in, that's why you don't tool on the body. Slice in like that, you don't get it. Right, slice, slice. And you can get a beautiful crisp edge as well. Right, anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. So I'm just taking some of this away with this gouge, and then I'm going back over this small one. It's just that it's quicker to do it with this one first, alright? Right, I'm going to take a little bit more of this. See there what I mean? Because I come in and I just start pushing on. Look, you can see it jumping, it wants to jump back. I know it's happening, and I know why it's happening, so it doesn't bother me. But if you knew, you'd think, oh, it's catching. So it's better if you just come in like this. If you can just come in this way, it wants to jump all the time if you're coming in on a curve. Look, see how twitchy that is? Right? So just be aware and just slice it in. Like so. Right, I'm done with this chisel for the moment on this one. Right, now what I want to do is I want to bring this in. Now I'm going to get a bit of noise. Reason being, I've gone a bit thinner here, and as I said, this flute on this chisel seems to do it. So I'm going to go left-handed now because, there, see, look, pull. Hang on, let me get that started. There we are. Starting on an edge, see? I've got to come that way and sweep it in. I'm going to bring this down a bit. Right, now I've got to do my beads now, and I've got to do them left-handed. Right, we've got them. Let's say we had that couple of little skips there. Like I said, it's just getting that tool presentation right. See, it's all good here. I'm right up into my wall, okay? And that's why I'm having trouble. I can't get the angle on the chisel. Because look, what's happening? Yeah. My body's in the way. Yeah. So that's where you need to come in with your left hand, okay? And you pick it up with your left hand. And now you definitely don't want to get a catch now, because if you skate back, you're going to take all your beads off. Now I'm going to do a little bit of time, a little bit by a little bit here, because it's going to vibrate. There we are, we're nice and clean there. Now I'm going to start putting my finger behind it. Actually, I'll go underneath so I don't block your view. This will just help to stop any vibration. That bevel angle right, and just come in like so. There we go. I think actually I want that a bit thinner than that. I'm going to bring it down thinner. As long as I keep my finger on it, it'll be alright. I'll be able to control the cut. And we're doing this left-handed, obviously. There we go, that should be thin enough. Take another little cut. There we go. Right, okay. Now I'm going to bring this in. There we go. Right, now work out where I'm going to end it, see? And I think that's a bit fat there. Right, not too bad. Just having a little bit of fun. Right, so I'm going to put a little bead here. little bit high that side, so we're going to turn that down a little bit. Just play with it and get it right. Get it to what you want. There we go. Right, now I'm going to tie that off with a skew chisel.
And you're going to colour it in first?
Going to colour it. Actually, I'm quite, look, I've got a little bit bumpy there, so I'm going to come back in and take another little, which ain't going to be easy because I've got quite thin now. So there you go. If you get your tool control, you'll be able to do it. Right, yeah, okay, I'm going to put a few colours on this one. Right, I've got some all different looks. Bright and
Carnival weekend.
bright and Nancy fancy one.
Carnival colouring.
Like now. What else have I got? Orange. Got red. We've got red here. The red, use a green, rather bright green. There we go, and I think I'll do another pink on the outside. There we go, guys. Oh, and then I've got the inside, haven't I?
I'm not in Hill Carnival this weekend, so...
And do pink on that top. I'm going to do the red next. Oh look, I've got purple. I ain't used the purple. You even know what colour pens I've got, see? There we go. And then we've got a nice light blue. There we go, guys. And then I think what we do, what have we got else here? Now I've got a bit of an orange just to do in here. Where my feed is. Do that like that, and then what I'm going to do, I've got a blue. There we go. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Keep Lisa happy. Right now, to start this on, I'm going to use my skew. So we come in, follow that curve. There we go, guys. Colours have run a little bit. I should have put a bit of sanding sealer on first, really, before I put the colours on. That would have made that a bit better. But let's see if we spin all right. Yes, we do. Look at that. Oh, hang on. I'm sure I could go a bit faster than that. Let me use a bit of a slightly bigger bit of wood and that. There we go.
There we go.
Right, there we go, guys. with the spinning top. But now I want to do another one. Put my weapons back. And you know what's coming, guys. You know. Don't pretend you don't know. You know what's coming.
It's what we do.
Right, okay, let's start it up. Let's rough it down again. The same, we're going to use the spindle gale to rough it down. Yeah, that's that bit I mean. See what I mean? Now it wants to try and skip back just there. It wants to do it. So just be careful when you come in on that point. Right, okay. You know what we're doing, guys. You know it.
What is it? What are we doing?
We're going to do it with the carbide, isn't we?
Oh my god.
Right, okay. And now this one, I'm going to use the little 8mm on the spindle turning one.
Oh.
Right. It's the little 8mm follower. And again, I'm doing that the same, just slicing in. Get my point. Right, now I want to get a nice cut to get my point. Yeah, a nice point on it. Okay. And then I'm going to be doing the back now. I can get it all the way with this. It's not the best. And to be honest, this isn't the tool I'd use for doing that. And the best tool for it really is the spindle gale. So I'm going to actually just jump straight back onto a spindle gale, which I'm going to use when I get one, this one. Right, I'm going to just get rid of some of this on the back. And again, this is another different one. See, now this is a different gale to the last one, totally different. This was the one I was using on the last one, okay? And this one is totally different shape, it's more pointed, it's got a different bevel to it, it's everything. But if I mix it up and I use a different tool all the time, then I'll get to use all the tools and I won't be a slave to any particular grind. Otherwise, if you use the same grind all the time, you can see that, there you go. If you use the same grind all the time, you'll never be able to use different ones. You'll always find them awkward. But if you never stick with one particular grind, you'll be able to use them all. Right, okay. So now we're going to use our 8mm with our AU cutter, or my AU cutter. For others it's a cut or whatever you want to call it. And this one I'm a little bit high. Let's get this all down. Okay, so out of all the carbides, if I was going to do this, this would be the one I'd be using, 8mm or the 6mm. Okay, I wouldn't be using the standard cutter to do this, especially on this slope. Remember, this is end grain as well, so it's going to want to make you skip. It always does. Right, there we go, nice. Now we're going to move around and get a bit of finishing done on this back. And again, I'm going back over to the spindle gale. So we can use a mixture of both tools. Now what I want to do is get a nice cut down here. There we go. See now, with this one, because this chisel's got a different grind to what the chisel was I was using last time, which was this one, okay. This one's got a steeper grind than this one. That meant I was able to keep this at this angle and come down here and do that cut without any skip backs. With this one, it's a little bit more awkward to come in on this because of that grind. So that's where different grinds for different things, see? For doing this sort of work, this grind's better. For doing this sort of work, this grind's better. No two grinds. That grind is too pointed and too sharp to do this sort of thing. Okay, it will leave it rough, it'll give it tear out, and you won't get it nice and smooth. You want this sort of grind for it, okay? So if you've tried doing these beads and you've had trouble, that's probably why your grind's wrong. You've got to get the right grind. You can't do it with one tool unless you're going to keep going back and changing your grind every 5 minutes. Right, what was I doing? Right, okay, finished it. Right, I'm going to put the beads in the back of this now, okay, before I get it too small. Now, just come off that then. Right, okay, that'll have to be enough. And that is the first time I've ever actually done that on the back of one of these with a carbide. So there you go. Right, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to come in here a little bit with this. We'll stick with the carbide for a minute. Now this is no different. Look, I come in, I slice. I'm slicing the same because this tool, believe it or not, will, if I get it right there, it will want to skip back, it will want to do the same. Look, if I get that as a slope and I try to come in like this and just pick up the cut, it's going to make me a liar there. Yeah, see, it will want to go backwards. So again, slice, slice, slice. Slice it in like that. Come in with a slicing action. Now I'm a bit high, like I'm way above centre here. Let's bring it down a bit. I'm way above centre. No, I'm below centre. Right, there we go, there's centre. Right, now it'll work a bit better. There you go. Right, now. Right, okay, I want to bring that down a little bit. There we are. Right, okay. Get rid of some of this. Right, quickest way to get rid of that is with the finger gouge, okay? Like I said, pull for a job. Push that up there out of the way. Like that, get that out of the way. Right, we're going to be going to about there, I think. Going to bring it down a little bit with this one. Right, that's it. Now I'm onto the carbide. This is the 8mm hollower. What I've got in my spindle range is the midi hollower. There we go, nice. Right, so now I'm going to do a bit here. There. It's harder to get in here because, like I say, you've got the bar as well, see, so you can't get as much of a finish on that. Right, this has got to come down. There we go, that's nice and smooth. Right, okay. So, we'll leave this one plain. We won't muck about with colours. Don't get this finished quick. Right, we've got to... Oh, hanging slightly wrong there. Never mind, we'll pick that up with a skew. Oh, no we won't. Yes we will. We nearly got a skid back across that. Sorry about that. I wasn't actually looking at what I was doing when I come in with it. But it don't matter, it's all a bit up. There we go. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? We dropped it. There we go, look at that. Get that off. And there we go, we've got another little spinning top. All nicely finished. Beaded top, beaded bottom. This time done with a carbide. Right, let me get that other bit of wood so I can spin it. Let's see if it spins. Oh, there you go, look at that. So there we go, that's 2 spinning tops done. Nope, nearly. There we go. Yep, they spin well. Oh, and that's beading them underneath. That's doing the beading, so we've beaded the underneath. So we've done it, one with that traditional, which we've went and put a load of colours on it. That one was done with spindle gouge earlier, so, but there you go, look, that's the finish. You see guys, I haven't sanded it, I didn't do no sanding on that. No sanding on it, and that's the carbide, those little beads, okay? And little beads on the back, and then that, no sanding, that was done with the carbide, okay? Little bead there with the carbide, and I'll finish it off with a skew. And the skew left a little bit of a, but there you go. Right, there we go guys. I'm going to carry on and make some more of these. So I'm going to do another coloured one. And I'll do it again with a spindle gouge. Now you're welcome to watch, or you can say, bugger out, I've had enough of that, and click off and go and do something else. That's entirely up to you. I don't know how long this has been yet.
34 minutes.
Huh?
34 minutes.
Oh, it's only for, you've only spent half hour of your day with me. Come on. You can spend a bit more time than that with me, can't you?
It is bank holiday.
It is a bank holiday. Well, let's do it with something else this time. We'll do something different this time. Let's spin it up. Right, we're going to rough it down again. Right, we've got it rough down there. Right, okay. So, let's see, I don't know what we're going to use. Huh? I suppose I could use a skew chisel. We'll do a little bit of a skew chisel, I suppose. Now we're seeing me get some capture there. Look, straight away I've got capture. Look, I'm going to get this down. Oh, there you go. I'm way too high at the moment, sorry. just want to get my point. Let me get that down a little bit. Right, okay. I'm going to go to a smaller skew in a minute, because this is a bit of a bigger skew. I just want to get my point. Right, okay, now let me put my point on him. I want a real sharp point, see? There we go. I virtually never use a skew. It's not my favourite type. It's nothing against a skew, it's just I don't find it the best tool, really.
You have no tool to use it, do you?
Sorry?
You have no tool to use it.
No, I mean it's got a nice point on there and that's all right there. I'm going to bring this down. That's a big skew actually. I'm going to come off of that one and I'm going to go to a smaller skew. And what I'm actually going to do, I need to get this down a bit in here, get rid of some of this. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to use the spindle gouge for that because it is the best tool for it. Oh, shit. I've just actually taken the top of my thing off, so I'm going to actually get rid of that. Right, sorry, I'm going to start that again. I'm going to start that again, that bit.
You just knocked it off.
I just knocked the edge of me spinning top off, don't I? Look, oh, now where am I going to be? I really need to be back here, don't I? It's going to be too small. Right, sorry, hang on, guys. I really messed that one up, didn't I? Right, I want to be back here. See, so much better with a spindle gouge. Right, now I've got my point. There you go. Nice point with my skew, alright? That's where we're going to come in on the back. Right. I'll try not to knock this one off with my spindle gouge. What are you laughing for? Right, don't knock it off.
And that's all been left in, guys.
Sorry?
I said that's all been left in, guys. In the video. We don't get anything.
Right, well, see what I wanted to do, I've got most of that out of the way. I'm leaving that as that is. And what I wanted to do was use one of my other little tools I made up, see? Which is, this is just my little bit of tool steel, which was, as I said, a possible bit extension, but I sharpened it up and made it into a skew. Right, now I'm going to bring this down a bit. Right, there we go, so we're getting that down. We've got our front there, so we're alright with the front. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. But obviously I've got to do my feeding first on the front. Just get rid of some of that. Right, I'm going to do the feeding first before I do anything else. Now, for this, remember I said I made two up. I've got this one as well, which is the 10mm. Okay, I've just put my own little handle on that. It's just a piece of tool steel, and I've just sharpened the end up. Okay, so we're going to see if we can do it with this. Oh, little skip back on it then. Let's just come across. There we go, we got it. Right, okay. Beautiful, smooth there. I'm not going to do another one on the edge because it's getting too close to that edge. Right, I can see a tiny little bit on here. Got to just get it right. No, I'm not getting it. Hang on. Don't rush me. There we are. Now I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. It's gone. Right, there we go, guys. That's our beads rolled on there. That one's a little bit fat, but it won't matter. There we go. We brought it down a little bit. How's that? That look all right? Okay. Right, and that's just with a homemade bit of metal. Just a piece of metal with an angle put on the end and sharpened up, and that's all it is. Right, I'm on centre. So now we're going to bring this down a bit. It's exactly the same thing when you come in, it naturally wants to skip back, like that, see? Now it's a particularly nasty one, but that's what it wants to do. They want to skip back, and it's all because of this slope. It's all because of the slope that's coming up. So if we put a flat there, we can't do it then. Just make a peeling cut. Got to be a bit more careful when doing that with a round tool. Just going to take those square edges off. There we go. It's learning how the cutting edge reacts when it comes onto certain surfaces. Okay, what it's going to do. If you know what it's going to do, it doesn't come as a surprise. That's the main thing. It doesn't surprise you. You're not bothered by it. Right, got a nice clean cut there. Bring it down with a peeling cut, because that's a peeling. To me. Right, now before I go too far, I've got to put the beads in the back of it. And this is going to be fun. Nice and smooth. There they are. They're done. And this one, we can use this one to come in and do all this sort of work as well, look. And then I'll just come in and clean that little bit off there. I'll put a little cut in there, then when I come down here, this will just finish off like that, see? Come down, put that little nick, and then just finish off to it. Like so. Again, I'm just using a slicing cut. Look, no body involved, just my hands. Let's bring this down a little bit more. This isn't as big a space, so I need a smaller bit on here. So I'm just going to bring this in. Come on. Get off. The thing is, I know it's how, so it's not bothering me, the catch, because it's not spoiling the piece. And it's not bothering me, so. Right, what I want to do is get this down a bit more. Way too thick. Another little mark in there so I can come down to it. So it's nice and smooth there. Right, so now we're going to do a little V cut there. A little V cut there. And we're going to roll our little bead over somehow. So a little bead. And we're going to just turn this round. So, maybe a little bit thinner here. It's going to vibrate though, so I've got to be careful. There we go, that's alright, not too bad. Right, okay. Another little spinning top. So I'll part this off with this chisel, because I'm here, I've got it. I don't need to get a skew, because I've got a skew, haven't I? Get in there. Come on, take it. There we go. I'm there. I got there. Come on. There you go. Right. Lovely finish on that. All the beads look nice. And that's done with a piece of tool steel. These. Right, let's put that spindle guard back. So, there you go guys, don't have to have expensive tools or anything, that's just a couple of pieces of metal, tool steel, and we can still turn our spinning top. I've only got this little piece of wood here, look, let's see if we can do it. A bit faster. There we go. Look at that. Okay, and that, if you can see guys, look, you can see I've done no sanding. Okay, there's no tear out whatsoever on any of it. Even along there, look, no tear out. Got a little bead we rolled at the end there. Yeah, got that little bit there. I'm just going to use my skew just to nip that top. That's it, there we go, look at that, see? Right, so no sanding, no nothing, no tear out, no torn grain. Even with the little skew, we just rolled the beads there and rolled the beads there. Okay, got some darker bits of grain inside. That's not tear out, that's, look, I'm going to leave it there. You can zoom in if you want. It's not tear out, it's just the colour in the wood. Okay, there's no torn grain there at all. Lovely little point. Okay, look, all smooth there. And like I say, guys, that's done with
a bit of metal.
It's tool steel. Yeah, a couple of quid each. That's all they are. It's tool steel. So for doing those little pieces, you can make up your little tools as well. So it's just to show you that pretty much you can do with it. It's just getting tool control. Just learn how to control that tool as it goes in. But certain things, as I said, if the spindle gouge is too pointy, it
You're spinning it away.
it's sorry.
You're spinning it away.
Oh, yeah, I'll just put it down and spun it. I play for
I know,
hours.
You were bad with that
spinning
ballerina one.
tops.
Remember the ballerina one?
I will play for hours with them.
Oh, here we go.
There we go, guys. A few spinning tops. So, get out, start spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's been going for ages. That was the
Yeah.
first one I spun.
That's it.
So, there we go, with different tools for each one. Okay, all done with different tools. Doing the lines on the bottom, the beads, just adds a bit of difference, doesn't it? If you do the colours, I mean, if you've done that in a, you could do that as a swirl pattern or whatever you want to do on that, but they're just, there we go, guys. Get spinning. Right. So yeah, and don't forget, if you're going to do those with spindle gouge, you don't want too pointy a tip when you're doing the beads. Okay. That one's not quite so bad. You can do it, but it's going to find it easier if you've got a more rounded one. Okay. I find it all right because I do them a lot. I do like this. So. Practice, guys. That's it. Right, that is it today. Just doing some spinning tops. Just having fun.
Okay.
That's it. I'm going to turn. Actually going to stand there and turn a couple more. Might even see if Lisa can turn some. Oh, look at that. That might be good. Then she might have confidence to go and do another video. You never know.
You might never
Right.
know.
Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday. If you're back to work tomorrow. I'm back to work tomorrow anyway.
Work, play, same thing for you,
It's
isn't
all
it?
same thing for me. When you work it, when you enjoy your work so much, then it's never like working, is it? Really. So, I will see you on the next one, guys. Toodle pip.
Bye, guys.
Have fun spinning.
Yeah.